Today we're going to be doing our crunch time, day 5. We are reviewing, so we are ready for when we get into 4th grade. We are ready to run. We know what we're doing. Okay, here we go. In week 1, 217 people attended the play. 384 people attended week 2. Part A. How many people total, rounded to the nearest 100, attended the play? Okay, we're not going to worry about part B yet. We're just doing part A. So how many people total? So that means we are going to what? Total means we are going to add. So how many people total, rounded to the nearest 100, attended the play? So let's round to the nearest 100. 217 rounds to what? The nearest 100. Is it closer to 200 or is it closer to 300? It is closer to 200. Okay? 384. Is it closer to 300 or is it closer to 400? You're right, it's closer to 400. When you get to 350 and above, you round up. So it becomes 400. Now we're going to see total. How many in total? So we're going to add. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You just estimated. Don't forget how to estimate. You round and do the math. So we rounded. Now we're going to do the math. 200 plus 400 is 600 peeps. There we go. Awesome. Okay, now let me erase that because I don't have room. Okay, now, part B. How many fewer people attended in week 1? Now, ladies and gentlemen, it doesn't say whether to use the rounded numbers or not. So you could do it either way. But what I want you to think about is I want you to go ahead and use the actual numbers because I want you to see something. Now I'm going to put it over here. I'm going to erase it, but 384, 217. Now what is my keyword that tells me what operation to use? You guessed it. It is fewer. Those ER words, longer, shorter, fewer, those tell me that I need to subtract in word problems. So let's do that. Okay. 4 minus 7. You say 3, I'm going to get 2. No, it's a bigger bottom, so we must borrow. If I have 4 cookies, you can't take 7 away from me. So I'm going to borrow from my neighbor. I'm going to take 10 from him. From 80, he has 8 tens. Now he has 7 tens. He's given me 1 of his tens. So I add 10 to 4, it becomes 14. So 14 minus 7 is 7. 7 minus 1, I can add that. I can subtract that. Very good. 7 minus 1 is 6. So 3 minus 2 is 1. So there are 167 fewer. Okay, now I'm going to erase because I got into the other problem. All right, which 2 of the following statements are true? You will notice it's 2 fractions with an equal sign in the middle. We're trying to find equivalent. Oh, goodness. We're trying to find equivalent fractions. Okay, I'm trying to write that on here. Equivalent. It even has equal in it, equivalent fractions. That means they are the same. Just one of them is broken up into more pieces. So let's look at that. I'm going to go to this next page because I have them all out here. What did I tell you you could do to find equivalent fractions? Yes, you can do the butterfly method. So I'm going to take the Numerator, go get the opposite denominator. How much is that? That's 4. I'm going to start with the numerator, get the opposite denominator, and 1 times 4 is 4. Is that equal? Yes. Another way I can tell is 1/2. Okay. When a fraction is equal to 1/2, your numerator is going to be half of your denominator. Is that true here? Is 2 half of 4? Yes. Okay. Very good. So that is one of them. Now let's look at the other one. Let's look at this one. 2/3 equals 3/4. So I take my numerator, grab my denominator, 2 times 4, 8. Then I take my numerator, grab my denominator, 3 times 3 is 9. That doesn't equal, does it? It does not equal. It's not equivalent fractions. Okay. All right. 1/3 equals 2/6. Do my butterfly method. 1 times 6 is 6. 2 times 3 is 6. Are they the same? Yes. Okay, so now let's look at it a different way. All right, so if I look, what did I do to 1 that make it 2? I would multiply it by 2, right? Well, whatever I do to the numerator, I have to do to the denominator. So 3 times 2, it equals 6. 1 times 2 equals 2. 3 times 2 equals 6. So yes, they are equal. All right, let's go to this one. Okay, 2 times 3 equals 6. 1 times 5 equals 5. Those are not equal, okay? And if I tried to do it, the 1/3 equals 2/5. Now look at that. What did I multiply by 1 to get 2? 2. Well, if I try to do that to my 3 times 2, it does not equal 5. So this is not an equal fraction. It's not equivalent. So 2/4 equals 1/2. 1/3 equals 2/6. All right, I'm going to go back here. So that means my A and B are correct. Let's go to the next one. Which of the following is a reasonable mass for a pen? Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, our friendle, let's go with that. We didn't do much with this, and I apologize. Maybe that's what I'll do on Friday, is we'll work on mass and weights. All I want you to get from this right now is a paperclip equals 1 gram. A paperclip equals 1 gram. A kilogram is 1,000 of those paper clips. Now think about your pen. A kilogram is about the size of a chapter book, a big chapter book. So it's not going to be, a pen is not going to equal those kilograms. They're just not going to. Now, it all depends on what your pen is, okay? Some pens are very, very light. Some are heavier. It all depends on what kind of pen. But it's not going to be that, because that means it's going to be over a kilogram. So it all depends on what your pen is. Okay, if you have one of the really light ones, it's 15 grams. If you have one of the heavier ones, it'd be pretty heavy. Do that one. But I just want you from this to understand that A gram is the size, the weight of a paperclip. The paperclip is about 1 gram, okay? That's what I want you to understand from this. And then 1,000 grams is a kilogram. All right, let's move on. In the box below, write how many line segments this shape has. Well, it has 2 shapes, but you're supposed to write in that box. I got confused when I saw that too. Here we go. Line segments. How many sides does that polygon have? So let's look at 1. Just count them. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It has 6 line segments. Now, a polygon with 6 sides is called a hexagon. Now, it doesn't look like one of the regular hexagons, but that's all right. That's just the one you're used to is called a regular hexagon. This is also a hexagon because it's a polygon with 6 shapes, 6 sides, okay? All right, here we go. 3 times 10, you better know that one. It is, oh, goodness, sorry, 30. 18 divided by 6. 6 times what equals 18? It is 3. Very good. The next one, 7 times 7. 49. 40 divided by 8. 8 times what equals 40? 8 times 5. 25 divided by 5 equals 5 times what equals 25? 5 times 5. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget to do your quiz.